Big Safe.
Fat Man Scoop, Brooklyn Clan. What's up, y'all? This is Fat Man Scoop. And right now, you watching the sensei, the number one, the king, my dude, Big Brando. He taught me, personally, me, Fat Man Scoop. All you gotta do is keep your mouth closed and your ears open. Listen to the man talk. That's knowledge personified right there. And I wouldn't trust nobody else but my dude, Big Brando. And I said it. Fat Man Scoop, Big Brando. Let's go.
What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today let's talk about the brands that I run and the t-shirts that I sell. Now, as most of you guys know, if you've been following me for a very long time, you know that I run a bunch of different brands. I don't even want to say a bunch of different brands, but I run a handful of brands. And for the new viewers, they always ask, well, what brands do you run? I want to check them out, which is a valid question. But there's a big reason why I don't share that information with YouTube anymore. You could thank the YouTube viewers from years ago. The biggest reason I don't share that information, and one of the big reasons why I started Leftovers, was because a lot of the YouTube viewers would go to my business page and my brands page and start asking YouTube related questions in those comments. I keep YouTube and my brands separate. The brands that I run don't know Big Brando, they don't know YouTube, they don't know anything about that. They don't even know who runs that brand because they don't care. All they care about are the designs. The brand loyalty they have is to the t-shirt designs only, not to Big Brando, not to whoever's running it, not to my backstory, not to any of that stuff. The target audiences that I've built up those brands around only care about the brand. They don't care about anything else. And I've worked very hard to keep it that way. But when I first got onto YouTube, I used to share a lot of this information. You could even go back to my very first videos and you would see some of the t-shirts that I was selling, some of the transfers I was using, and you could put the clues together on what the brand's name was and what I was doing. I deleted a lot of the videos that showed the marketing strategies and stuff like that, because on one of the brands that I run, I would create engagement, like you guys already know, create conversations with potential customers. What ended up happening was a bunch of people from YouTube started going to my brand's page, and then they would jump into the middle of these conversations that I'm having with customers and say, hey, Big Brando, are you using your Instagram marketing strategy right now? Is it working? Do you think they're gonna buy something from you? What hashtag did you use to find this person? That YouTube video you made last week was cool. Can you tell me how you did this, this, and this? All of those questions have nothing to do with that brand or that business. What ends up happening is my paying customers are now questioning what the hell these people are talking about. Who's Big Brando? What marketing strategy are they talking about? What's a heat press? What YouTube channel? What YouTube video? Which ultimately hurt my sales for that business. And for two of the brands that I was running, I had to shut them down because it really crippled everything that I worked hard for. So this is the biggest reason why I don't share that information, because I don't want the cross-contamination no more. And the cool thing is, some of the brands that I run, you guys are already aware of. You guys seen them before. Some of you guys even follow the page and have no idea. And I like to keep it that way. Which brings me to why I started Leftovers. Leftovers was started so I could show everything regarding how I run a brand. How I think of the name, how I come up with logos and designs, how I fund the brand, what transfers I use, how I fulfill orders, all of the marketing strategies that I use. Everything is laid out. I think that playlist is called Starting From Scratch, or that series is called Starting From Scratch. If you watch that, you'll see how I run a brand. Nothing's changed. Everything is still the same. So if you are genuinely curious on how I run and operate these brands, watch that series. You'll see everything in there. That's what I do now. That's what I've been doing for years. That's how I run these brands and businesses. I make majority of my money selling t-shirts. And when I say selling t-shirts, I'm talking about selling t-shirts for retail prices, not printing for others. I make money doing that, but I make majority of my money selling these t-shirts through brands. If you wanted to see how that worked, you could look at the Churro Squad, you could look at Leftovers, you could watch those series that I have laid out on YouTube for you. That's why I created Leftovers. Leftovers wasn't even a real brand. It was Leftovers because I was using my leftover designs that I had in my hard drive. Came up with the name, came up with the designs, showed the marketing strategy, showed how I was fulfilling orders, all of it laid out for you guys. Which brings me to the complaint department. Complaint department isn't even a real brand, man. It's not nothing. It's just people wanted merch to buy from me. So I started making those t-shirts that say complaint department because it's funny to make fun of the people that complain in my comments. Everything related around Big Brando and that type of merch and hats that I make and hats that I sell, there's no brand built around it. It's just stuff that I make for the people that actually want to buy designs from me or buy t-shirts from me. That's why I put it on there. Everything on bigbrando.com is basically built around the YouTube channel. That's not the brands I run. That's just stuff for the YouTube audience. Sometimes people want to buy a t-shirt from me to see what those transfers feel like, or really see what the gradients look like this t-shirt. Which brings me to this t-shirt. If you guys know, I used to sell sample pack. This is like 2 years ago. 2020, I was selling a t-shirt with my logo on it, and it came with a bunch of different transfer samples for you to test out at home. A lot of people want me to bring that back. You could actually hit up a lot of these transfer companies and get free sample packs. Maybe you pay for shipping, but a lot of these transfer companies are willing to send you transfers. For whatever reason, people want me to bring the sample packs back. So if I do that and you buy this t-shirt, we'll do it around this print money t-shirt right here. If you wanted to buy this shirt, it's probably gonna come with some transfer samples for you to test out. Maybe we'll throw in some puff vinyl in there. Maybe we'll throw in some Supacolor. Maybe we'll throw in some stickers. I'll think of some stuff to put in there. So the whole Big Brando site's getting redone. And I'm not saying redone looks wise. I'm talking about the stuff that's gonna be sold on there. If you're a part of Patreon and the Facebook group, you know I've been working on a lot of designs. I'm gonna start dumping those designs onto bigbrando.com very soon. The biggest holdup for this t-shirt, the sample packs, and all the new complaint department stuff is here in Los Angeles, festivals and events are back. Everything is opened up again and festivals are back. If you guys know, I make a lot of money vending at events and festivals, concerts. It's crazy that it's been 2 years since I've done it, and now that they're back, I'm prepping for that now. All the shirts that I'm printing and pressing up now are for a lot of these festivals. If you're in the South Bay area, like Southern California area, and you follow me on Instagram, you know there's a group that hosts a lot of different craft fair and events. So if you're looking for places to vend, pay attention to my Instagram. I post anytime that they're looking for vendors, I repost it on my stories. It sucks because it's only local to the Southern California people, but they do events at local breweries, parks, all over the place, man. So if you're looking for somewhere to vend, pay attention to my Instagram. Big Brando TV. Now, outside of that, I do a lot of these events and festivals. Some people came out to some of the ones that I do during the summertime, like the Hawaiian Festival here in Lawndale. They come out, hang out at the booth, check me out, say what's up. You could see how I set the booth up, stuff that I sell. If you're not Hawaiian, Polynesian, or Hapa, the stuff that I sell there probably wouldn't interest you. But if you were curious to see how I set up for festivals and my booth build out and all that stuff, you can always check that stuff out. There's been a lot of people that came out to that festival, ate some cool food, cruised the booths. It's just something good to do. I haven't been out in 2 years, so now that things are opened up here in Los Angeles, I'm starting to get back out there again. So that's what I'm prepping for now, is doing a lot of these festivals. So that's why bigbrando.com hasn't been updated. You guys see me wearing shirts like this, and I've been wearing them for months, and I haven't been able to put them on the site because I've been busy doing other stuff. So just know that bigbrando.com is going to be updated with a lot more Big Brando related merch. And if you know, I don't just sell regular YouTube merch. I sell stuff like the complaint department, and I have some other stuff coming out that is just kind of funny t-shirts that are related to the YouTube channel but doesn't necessarily say YouTube on it, because I think that's kind of corny to myself. I wouldn't want to wear a t-shirt that say YouTube on it. I like the t-shirts I make to be able to blend in with everyday wear. So I will post on my Instagram when the site is updated and live with a lot of new stuff. And pay attention, like I said, if you're in Southern California, I reached out to a few of you guys that I see you guys vending, and I connected you guys with the people that host a lot of these events. But pay attention to that and watch the stories, because I always post when they're looking for vendors, and all you got to do is reach out to them and apply to be a vendor, or tell them that you want to vend at a show or whatever their calendar looks like. But the ones that they do at the breweries are pretty dope. There's a lot of breweries here in Southern California, especially Los Angeles, and they have some really cool night markets and stuff like that going on. I just wanted to update you guys about that kind of stuff, especially for the people asking about the sample pack, people asking about the complaint department stuff, and the questions about the brands that I run. And if you guys are in Los Angeles or in the Los Angeles area, this summer I'm gonna be vending at a bunch of different places. So if you guys want to come out to that kind of stuff, cool. Not come out to buy stuff, but just come out so I could talk to people, chop it up, hang out, drink some beers, that kind of stuff, man. It's always cool to see the people, and it's always cool to drink beer with the people, you know what I mean? If you guys got any questions, make sure you leave it in the comments. tips. Follow me on Instagram and pay attention to the Instagram because that's where I'm going to be posting a lot of the vending info and stuff like that. Like the homies from Mongo Coffee, people from the homie Mr. Don't Trip. I think it's Gonzalez Creations. They sell the little croc charms and all that stuff. I plugged up a lot of people with vending opportunities because like I said, man, I want people to get out here and get this money. All right, catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.